Morning, my mates. How's it going? Thanks for the videos and the feedback. And yeah, obviously isolating those shorter clubs. All right, so obviously swinging quite well. Maybe not swinging quite as well on the course as we are in those sessions or whatever, but obviously swinging the long clubs pretty well, tactically worked out. Short game needs to be sharper, I think, but obviously keep working through that. Work on the strike, and as we can, and I mentioned it a lot in those videos, we're starting to see very consistent swing positions, body positions, but still inconsistent angles of attack. So as you work out the angle of attack, so you're going to work out the chipping as well. Okay, so when you grass is a little bit steeper and when the grass is a little bit deeper and thicker, and you want to try and get a little more steep on that angle of attack, the ball's going to come out hotter. All right, if you get too shallow, they come out high at the face and they come out dead. Okay, so then obviously the carry distances are going to be compromised. And then out of the tight lies, that shallower getting stuck on the club face, even at different trajectories, the ball's still going to come out a little bit slower. Okay, and so you can start figuring it out, working out now that we're getting so specific with that angle of attack. All right, things looking very, very good, mate. The posture generally excellent. Didn't see any sliding or anything like that. It's really starting to look good. Shut and hold, all right, to me, looks like what your backswing should be. Okay, so what I want to do this week is try some target practice with these short clubs with shut and hold. And just try and figure out that is very close to how we're trying to swing. This really strong arms, nice takeaway, so none of that. Okay, and then it helps the shoulder plane and the club face at the top. So nothing gets there, nothing gets slidey. I really love it. Okay. The shut and hold drill is meant to be sort of half shots, and then the hold part is holding off the follow through, you're holding the face. Okay. You're almost doing shut and hold it up here with a bit of stop drill. Okay. But I love it. I'm just saying what it's meant to be, but that I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. So we're going to try do some target practice with shut and hold and see what that's like. And if that bleeds into the longer clubs and we keep doing drills, fine. But then shut and hold must be, hopefully, I think, we'll do the target practice and check, but hopefully that'll be our swing as we want it. Okay. There was one of the 3-iron shut and holds, the first one where you did this sort of leg drive as well. Okay, I really love that one. Okay, so just keep an eye on that for the longer clubs if it gets to that. Okay, we'll see how the target practice goes. High and lows. Okay, there were slight differences obviously in that angle of attack, like I showed you. So what I want to do this week, I want to do high and medium, because your low is your medium. Okay, your high is kind of your very high, so we're just going to keep it. That's fine. I know you hit a couple of them thin, but that's also the mat. You wouldn't really open up the face of such a tight lie and try and slide it high underneath. All right, but it's good to see the difference. Striking looks better. So lose the medium, okay, and let's go high, and your new medium is your low, okay, because the ball's only a little bit back, club face is opening and closing, and the angle of attack is quite shallow. Okay, so that's your medium. Okay, so your low is actually your medium, right? So when I say do high and medium, I'm saying do high and low, right? But understand that your low is your medium, right? And then in your third round of wedges, I want you to do shut and hold with the lob wedge. That's what your low should be. Right off that back toe, closer to the ball, more upright, but shut. That's your low one. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're talking more like 40 or 50 yards. So right off the back toe, a little closer to the ball, shut on the way back, and holding off the follow through. That's your low. Okay, so you do shut and hold drill with a lob wedge 40 yards, or whatever it is, 30, 40 yards, and just see how that goes. Okay, right, then drill one is obviously shut and hold. Okay, I really, really like it. Keep doing it. Go through to 3-wood and driver with shut and hold as well. Okay, it's really everything here is looking so good. Shut and hold all the way. Okay, we love that. And then your drill number 2 is going to be shut and hold target practice. Okay, so we're doing 5 of each. Gap wedge, pitching wedge, 9-iron, 8-iron. So 20 reps. Okay, so get the appropriate target. All right, if you find the balls are going 10 meters short, but online, that's okay. But we're going to track where do they go? Were they online, right, left, whatever the case may be. I think the rights are, because the difference between shut and hold and the swings that you did were quite close, but Not bad with the irons shut. Obviously, the longer clubs were a little bit more open, but was more the arm pull. So I'm thinking that the short right ones are quite good swings, but not as good on the backswing. And then a little early arm pull, and we get shallow and inside. Yeah, and that's the sort of weak one. Okay, because that was the predominant miss with the short clubs. Okay, so shots and hold with the four different clubs. Target, not the same target. So pick it out there. Okay, 130 yards, right? That's my 9-9. Okay, shots and hold. Okay, at that target, whichever the appropriate target is. Okay, and let's just see what happens. All right, then we'll make better sort of feels and decisions for later in the week what we need to adjust. Okay, posture looking good, space looking good through the hit, everything looking really, really lovely. Okay, so let's just really sink this in terms of perfect sequencing. All right, and then the delivery of the face. Okay, the angle of the tack and the club face. Where do I want this ball to go? Okay, thanks, my mates. Have a good session, and I'll talk to you over the next few days.